It's the supercar showdown of 2011. We've already tested the Ferrari 458 Italia and the McLaren MP4 12C, but we've never had the chance to put them head to head on the same track on the same day. So that's what I'm going to do here today at the fantastic Anglesey circuit. First up is our reigning performance car of the year, the Ferrari 458. Powered by a tuneful 4.5 litre V8 engine, the 458 has 562 brake horsepower and 540 Nm of torque. With its 7-speed dual clutch gearbox, it accelerates to 60 miles per hour in just 3.4 seconds and peaks out at an amazing 202 miles per hour. Unlike the McLaren, ceramic brakes are standard, but can it lap our test track quicker than its British challenger?
The engine sounds absolutely incredible. We've got the gear shift lights across the top here, 9,000 RPM, amazing upshift speed on the double clutch gearbox, down to fourth gear for this fast uphill right hand first corner. Still a bit damp and greasy through here, so you're having to just really patient with the power. A little bit of oversteer on the exit there in fourth gear. Down to second, the gear shift is absolutely amazing. Loads of feel through the front end, just dialing into a little bit of oversteer. Again, loads of feel through the front end, into the throttle, balancing it to the rear. Absolutely amazing acceleration. The track's very slippery here, so just trying to keep it tied into the inside. You can feel a little bit of understeer, and then just easing into the throttle, loads of traction. And that downshift's just amazing. Balance throttle into the apex, and then getting into the power, using all the road on the exit, 9,000 RPM, all the way up to fifth gear. Hard braking. Brakes are amazing. There's a little bit more movement in the chassis in terms of body roll than the McLaren, but actually that helps. It just gives you a sense of the feel for the car. Try not to get too much oversteer on the exit of the hairpin, and accelerating all the way across the line up to fifth gear again.
Wow, impressing us with its wonderfully engaging handling and glorious engine, the 458 lapped Anglesey in just 59.2 seconds. So can the more powerful and lighter McLaren come out on top in our head-to-head challenge? Our car is fitted with the optional ceramic brakes, and from our practice laps, it's sure to be a close battle.
Okay, so let's do a lap in the new McLaren. Now we already know what a phenomenal piece of technology this car is. We've got a lot of settings we can play with here. So we've got everything in track mode, which means both the drivetrain and the chassis is in its most sportiest setting, if you like. So we're going to come down to second gear, nice and slow around the hairpin, and then we're just going to really get on the throttle and start the flying lap. And the acceleration is absolutely amazing. It's a very different noise to the Ferrari, but the straight line performance is sensational as well. We've got optional carbon brakes in this car. They're standard in the Ferrari, but optional on the McLaren. We've also got the extra benefit of a air brake in the McLaren, so the force on the braking is amazing. You can really feel that here. ABS comes in quite hard. The front end is the thing you really notice about the McLaren. There's just so little roll across the front axle, and the precision of the front end is just amazing. It picks up out of the corners really well. ABS coming in again. There's that sort of amazing front end, no understeer. It's just the front end is just really tied down. A little bit less roll than the McLaren, but the car squirms around more than the Ferrari under braking. So although the brakes are strong, there's a little bit of squirming under braking. There's not as much feel through the brake pedal. Gear shift is fast as well, but not as characterful as the Ferrari. Down to second gear here, braking so hard, there's some really hard braking into the apex. And in those tight corners, you can feel the McLaren brake steer system helping you out of those tight corners and across the line.
So as we cross the line, the lap timer reads 59.3 seconds. That's just 1/10 of a second separating this pair over 1.2 miles of twisty tarmac, which goes to show that after decades of neck-and-neck competition in Formula 1, the firm's road cars are locked in an equally intense struggle for supremacy against the stopwatch. Pairings don't get any closer than these two.